Outstanding horse of his time in Marasco. Now the line to be completed by Classic Jack. Jason Whiting with the pickup ride. The red lights are on and the gates have opened back. They're off and racing now in the Mel Vista. And one of the first to get going, Regal Power and also Cockney Crew. They're going to head Platoon, pushing up Blackwood River as well as the grey Classic Jack. Accelerate handy to the speed early. In between horses, Ebony Magi. Then came Apparition and Utgard Loki settling back there near the fence. Then Without Reason from Mr. Stickler. Chapasco from his wide gate drops across the back of the field, leaving the straight at Beckett's gate. Passing the 800 and Cockney Crew settles in front, rolling along for O'Donnell from Blackwood River. The rider looking down to his near side, just trying to cross over in front of the grey Classic Jack. Platoon's got up on the fence to be beautifully placed. Regal Power settled well for Pike on the outside of Utgard Loki. 3/4 of a length away, then came Accelerate, but tramping deep going up the back at the 1400. Ebony Magi's near the middle, on the fence Without Reason, just starting to tug a little back there from Mr. Stickler. Then came Apparition. Last of all is Chapasco, 8 lengths from the leader. Out to the river they go. Cockney Crew, 1200 left to run in the Mel Vista Stakes, led by a length over Blackwood River. Then came Platoon down near the inside, given a sweet ride by Parnham from Classic Jack. Accelerate continues to circle the field at the 1000, going up just in front of Regal Power. Pike's having to steady him. On the fence, Utgard Loki. Mr. Stickler's on the move as well, so they're getting around the hot pot. Followed further back by Apparition. Ebony Magi at the 800 is next of all from Without Reason, getting squeezed right back to second from last, and whipping them in is Chapasco. Cockney Crew still the leader at the 650, taken on now by Blackwood River. Blackwood River goes up, eyeballs Cockney Crew. Now the sparks are flying with Mr. Stickler, 3 deep. Platoon right behind them, searching for a clear run. Over on the outside next of all is Classic Jack. Regal Powers got to the outside now for Pike at the top of the straight, followed by Utgard Loki. Homeward bound now, Cockney Crew, Blackwood River. He's come to the end of his run. Platoon joins in. Regal Powers down the outside though. Here comes Regal Power. He races up, dashes past Platoon. Cockney Crew, it's all over. He's coming away from them now, Regal Power. And the Piero 3-year-old, much too good. Races home to win more than 2 lengths. Cockney Crew, Platoon third. Without Reason flew along the rails to be fourth. Then Utgard Loki, Chapasco from last. They were followed home then by Accelerate. Next in Mr. Stickler. Blackwood River was gone on the corner. Then Ebony Magi and Apparition, and last is Classic Jack. Too good, Regal Power. Too good for them. He had them on the move and Meadowland shuffling around them. When Pike was back there having to steady, 2 or 3 were on the move, but he bided his time. He had plenty of dry powder underneath him, and when he hit the wick, it was a case of bang, game over. Regal Power bolts in, beats Cockney Crew, battles well into second place. Platoon every chance. Regal Power first for Peter's Investments, and takes out his second black type success, having won the Piper 2 runs ago. He now adds the Mel Vista, and a dominant performance today en route to the Derby. Trained by Grant and Alana Williams, ridden by William Pike. Cockney Crew attempting to do it all of the way, softened up before the corner. He beat off Blackwood River and he beat off Platoon, and he's kicked to grab second. A game effort by the Machino gelding from Happily, Kieran McDonough, Sean O'Donnell, and third Platoon by Playing God from Oriel, trained by Neville Parnham for himself, Carolyn Parnham, Colin Loxton, and also Steve Kilner, Sean Kenny, P. Evans and IJ Tracy, and given a good ride there by Steve Parnham as well. 2-4-1-7. Without Reason got pushed right back to second last and flooded home along the fence. It was a good effort there. He was a grinding run and looking for the 1.5 miles now in his next outing. But honours to Regal Power. Let's head out to Brittany, and she's with William Pike. We're just trying to spot them up wherever they might be at the moment. Not quite sure where they are. There they are, right over in the back straight, hidden away in the shadows of the trees over there at Little Sandown. All right, Britt, well, that was as easy as you'd like to see going into a feature classic.
It certainly was, Darren. He showed us why he was $1.60, deserving of that favouritism quote. Pikey, congratulations on taking out the Mel Vista. Talk us through the run that you got today with Regal Power.
Started off brilliant. I got him away a lot cleaner today. Last start I fell asleep out the gate, and so I got him away much cleaner, which was great. I was in a pretty good spot, happy, but then I just get in the shuffle again. We're all just sort of couldn't pick a spot, and I went from a really good run to a pretty ordinary run. But I think the key to him is I sort of got him in his own area this time, and he proved pretty good, didn't he?
He certainly did. Last start they ran along at a fair bit of pace. How did you find the tempo today?
It was okay, a little bit muddling, but overall I thought it was pretty good. But I just kept getting a shuffle, which was less than ideal.
En route to the Derby, what he proved today in the straight, you must be very confident heading towards that feature?
Yeah, I've gone and put the pressure on myself, haven't I? Winning like that, he's still got some fight in him.
He certainly does, and it's taken a little while. We're at the back of the track here because he was happy to continue galloping on, and a bit of fight in him now. Congratulations on taking out the Melvista.
Thank you.
Champion owner Brito, Bob Peters, now joins us. Bob, that was impressive by Regal Power today.
Yes, it was good to see him get to his right distance and do the job that he's supposed to be doing.
You've always been a big believer in this horse, and he delivered today. You must be really looking forward to the Derby now.
That's right. I picked him as our best 3-year-old male of the year, and so far he's delivered.
He's the brother to Action. We all remember Action probably had an interrupted preparation before dominating the WA Derby. Can you compare these two horses at the same age?
Oh, there's not a lot between them. Action got beaten in this race, if you remember, last year, and then came out and won the Derby, and I think the extra distance suits these horses.
Is the Derby all over, or do you think the girls can prove something in the next race and maybe set a challenge to him in a couple of weeks' time?
Well, I'd like to think that one of mine could.
Which is the pick of them in the next race, Bob? The two favourites.
There's nothing between them. I'm thinking Adornment because of her breeding, but the other filly's been doing a great job.
Can't wait. Should be a great race, and hopefully it'll be Oaks number 10 for yourself, Bob.
Yeah, that'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Good luck.
Thank you.
There's our champion owner breeder, Bob Peters. Of course, he won his first Oaks with his wonderful filly Natasha way back in 1990, and he has the two favourites, Adornment and also Dark Choice. William Pike had the choice. He stuck with Adornment. It surprised a few of the punters, I think. They've gone with Dark Choice late in betting, and she'll nearly start favourite, Dark Choice. And then a trainer like Adam Durant's got three wonderful chances as well, including a Cetro, who is third in the market there when it comes to the betting for the Group 3 WA Oaks. Regal Power, too good for Cockney Crew, who was brave. Platoon, I don't know if he saw out a solid 2,200 metres without reason, was good back and forth. Okay, time for a break. When we return, plenty more here on Sky Thoroughbred Central. And our next race is the Group 3 WA Oaks, and we'll wonder if those cerise and white colours will do it again in the feature 3-year-old fillies race of the season when it comes to the Oaks, or the autumn anyway, here in WA, Anthony. But Regal Power did it so easily to win the Melvista today.